So, having spoken about Tip and Phife, that is also ignoring two of the other members of A Tribe Called Quest in this collective, which are, of course, Ali and Jarobi. Having watched the documentary, the Michael Rappaport Tribe Called Quest documentary, those, Ali and Jarobi come across far, far better than Tip and Phife ever do. They both seem like genuinely very down-to-earth, modest, humble, kind, pleasant people, and I feel it's only right that we salute them for their part in the group. Now, Ali, Jarobi, of course, famously left the Tribe Called Quest after this album to follow his dream and become a chef. So this guy literally left the greatest hip-hop group of all time to become a chef. But he's quite good at it, isn't he? Like, he doesn't seem to have any regrets.
That's the beautiful thing about him. He was following his passion, and there's that. Yeah, as you say, not really bothered about the group going on to achieve what they did, because he retrained and opened a restaurant. So yeah, big up Jarobi.
Yeah, you can go on YouTube if you want, and there's a video where he cooks a grilled lamb and plum confit and grilled fruit salad, and it looks really, really dank, as certain people would describe his cooking. Anyway, the point is, it got me thinking about when musicians have left their music careers and then walked away from stardom to do fairly innocuous jobs. So Phife as well, in the Tribe documentary, he briefly tries to make it as a high school basketball scout / recruiter / coach, and I mean, I feel bad for saying it, rest in peace, but it's pretty painful to watch. He doesn't quite have the talent for it necessarily that Jarobi does for cooking, but fair play for trying. Other very famous examples in music, Art Garfunkel left Simon and Garfunkel at their peak to go and become a maths teacher, which is somehow not even in the top 10 weirdest things that Garfunkel has done. I won't go into details, but just go on his website and click on his book list if you ever want to have a amusing 30 minutes. Garfunkel is a weird bloke. Anyway, I've come up with this little challenge, Ollie. So I have 5 musicians I'm going to name, and 5 jobs which these musicians have pursued after or instead of music. What your job is going to be is to match up the musician to the job, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so some of these musicians I'm sure you'll be familiar with, some of them perhaps less so. So the musicians are JB Gill from JLS, I'm sure you remember fondly.
X Factor, yeah,
Indeed.
got that.
Russell Senior from Pulp, I know you're a massive Pulp fan.
Yeah.
Zian McCabe, who was the guitarist in the Dandy Warhols, if you remember them.
Okay.
Then Jeff Skunk Baxter, who was the guitarist for both Steely Dan and the Doobie Brothers at one point.
Okay.
And then finally Terry Chimes, who was the original drummer of The Clash. So we have JLS, Pulp, Dandy Warhols, Steely Dan, and The Clash, if you want to remember them that way. The jobs that I will present you with are as follows. We have a chiropractor, a farmer, an antiques dealer, an estate agent, and a missile defence expert.
Missile defence expert?
Yeah, so quite the variety from farmer to missile defence expert. So I guess your job now is to try and match up, farmer, antiques dealer, missile defence, estate agent, and a chiropractor to the ones I've just described.
So just off the bat, so is it John Skunk Baxter?
Jeff Skunk.
Jeff Skunk Baxter.
Of Steely Dan.
He sounds like a missile defence person to me.
Ding. Yeah, you're correct.
Right, okay.
Steely Dan screams missile defence expert, doesn't it?
I'm going to go with JLS, JB Gill, farmer.
Yeah, correct. Right? Correct again. How do you get that one?
Then we got Dandy Warhols, Clash,
and Pulp. And we have antiques dealer, estate agent, and chiropractor left.
Okay, I reckon Pulp to chiropractor.
No.
Oh, no, really?
You were doing so well as well, yeah.
Okay, Pulp to antiques dealer.
Yeah, Pulp cannot be an estate agent.
Okay, so and then we have estate agent, I reckon Dandy Warhols.
Correct. Which
so
leaves... The drummer of the Clash became a chiropractor, yeah.
Decent. So 4 out of 5? Is that right?
With some kind of... Yeah, with some maybe...
I guess it gets easier as you go along, really, doesn't it?
I mean, you kind of have to work backwards. This was my thinking, at least. Once you know that, obviously, Jeff Baxter's got to be a missile defence expert because he was in Steely Dan, then from there you can work things out. I would have thought you'd say that JB Gill from JLS would have gone for estate agent, because JLS is a very... we've definitely met some estate agents over our time living in London who belonged in JLS, whereas Pulp
wearing suits from sheeny suits from New Look and things like that.
New Look man, yeah. What a brand.